JKB back with another episode. Today I'm reviewing the Wipeout Omega Collection on the show. Thank you so much to Sony for sending over the review copy. And if you like what I've done by the end of this review, maybe subscribe. Thank you so much for sharing it online as well. Let's get into the review of Wipeout Omega Collection. The Wipeout Omega Collection is the 10th standalone title in the Wipeout series and is the first not developed by the original programmers, Studio Liverpool. If anybody is listening from that studio, I want to say, without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. You guys made a game that will forever be in my heart. This is a remaster of two previous entries in the series, Wipeout HD and its Wipeout HD Fury expansion, plus Wipeout 2048, which is a PlayStation Vita game. For newcomers of the series, here's a simple breakdown of what Wipeout is all about. Players control anti-gravity ships. Each ship has different characteristics. For example, each ship has a different variation on handling, thrust, maximum speed, and shield strength. Each ship is equipped with an energy shield which absorbs damage sustained during a race. Energy is lost whenever a player collides or is hit by weapons. If the shield runs out, the player's ship will explode. However, the player may replenish energy by absorbing weapon pickups. Now, this is a very interesting gamble. Do you want to use your weapons or do you want to replenish your shields? In terms of the gameplay, this is just spectacular. Let me just start oozing blood for this game because it's such the pinnacle of futuristic racers is back. Yes, there's nothing new here because if you've played Wipeout or any of the other games in the series, you're essentially playing the complete and utter perfection of the series. That's what this is. That's all it is. It's just the simple, bare bones Wipeout that you know and love. Nothing new here, so that's a bit of a disappointment. But in terms of the gameplay, it absolutely nails it down with the 60 frames per second, the stellar, over-the-top, just sense of speed is something that just gets your adrenaline going. When you have a headset on, it just doubles that. So when you're in the middle of a battle and you're getting missiles shot at you from behind or using a turret gun and it's just mayhem on the track, you're hearing that in the most amazing sound design that I've heard in a racing game, period. I mean, it's just really, really good. So when you take the sense of speed and the amazing sound design with headphones on, you are left with one of the best ever, period, futuristic racers ever. I mean, you get the point here. I'm absolutely in love with this game. Now, talking about the sense of speed is one thing, but including a battle system into that is not only frustrating in a good way, but challenging. And that's something that a lot of people need in racers like this. When you have the perfect balance of speed and combat, that's when things turn magical. And of course, in closing for the gameplay, this is something that they've worked on for God knows how long, because it's the iteration of an iteration of an iteration of a remaster of a remaster. These are games that have been worked on forever, like since PlayStation 1. So the gameplay better be perfect. And I'll say it right now, gameplay-wise, the ships control perfectly. It's absolutely stunning once you get really invested into this game. The gameplay is what draws you in. The unlocking of new ships with new abilities, like the sense of speed is one thing I keep talking about, but to get to that, you have to unlock other ships with different characteristics, such as different speeds or different amount of damage it will do in battle modes. That's essential to the game. You must unlock those things. So gameplay, it's highly addictive, and I'm going to be playing this for a very long time with my friends online. The game features a very sharp, stylized user interface that I felt tied into the overall tone perfectly. There are 26 tracks across 3 different entries in the series, with over 46 different ships that can be unlocked by completing challenges. In closing, let me go over the con first, because there's only one problem with the game that I see. The soundtrack in the original game was something that just changed the way I looked at music, because I'd never heard electronic music like that before in a video game, and mixing it with a sense of speed and the ships, the futuristic tone, it nailed down something in my memory that I'll just never forget. It's like embedded in me. And when you get to this day and age, you hope for licensed music that really matches the original, but unfortunately it doesn't really get up to that level. Yes, of course there's some Prodigy here and Chemical Brothers, but I was looking for something a little bit more underground, like the original had. Like Future Sounds of London soundtrack was in the original, and that was just unbelievable to hear while you were racing. It's something that was so important to me. So yes, the music is a touch disappointing in this, but the pros, I'll go over them quick and then give you my final score, there's tons of them. It's an amazing game. So I'd say it's the perfect blend of arcade racing and combat. You're going to get nothing like this to this level, I should say, because there are games that try to imitate this, but this is the pinnacle of that genre. Then you have amazing graphics that, of course, the PS4 and the PS4 Pro are, it's just like, guys, like if you're into racing games, this is a must-own. Incredible loading times is very important in a racing game. When I lose a race, I want to go right back into the race and just get right back into it. The loading time for retrying a race is literally maybe 3 to 4 seconds. Like it's just reset, boom, 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 start over. Wow, that is very impressive. The solid 60 frames per second is a must for a game like this. Online battles with friends. Oh, I've never had that much fun since battling couch co-op in like F-Zero, for the GameCube. That goes back quite a way, so it's been a while since I've had that intense joy of playing a game and getting that intense adrenaline rush from a game as well. Smooth controls across the board. You really do feel a difference between the characteristics in the ships. When you unlock a new one, it feels cool to use it. You have, sleek ships, then you have tank-like ships. Obviously, you're going to use that accordingly. So if you're going into a battle, you want more of a tank ship. If you want to break the sound barrier, you're going to use a very silky smooth ship. And that really does come across in the game design. The last thing here I'm going to say is the sound design is just spectacular. You have to play this game with a really good 7.1 surround sound headset and play it loud. Turn the music up, turn the effects up, sit back, get close to your screen, and enjoy the best, and I'll say it again, the best futuristic racer you're going to play for quite some time. Hopefully they make a sequel to the original one day that is all new, maybe with, I don't really want a story. Do you guys want a story in Wipeout? Let me know in the comments below. But in closing, I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10. This is an absolute must-own for anybody that's into futuristic racers or just racers in general. It reminds me of the good old days on the PlayStation 1 with like Jet Moto and all, I'm going to list a whole bunch of games. I don't want to get too far into it, but this brings you back. It's here now, and it's spectacular. Go out there and purchase it. You will not be disappointed. Thank you, and please share this video with all your friends online. Love you.